All right. Welcome to the stream. I'm Jared. I'm a Rubyist. I run a company called Super Good Software. We do Ruby on Rails e-commerce work using a platform called Solidus. But as with last December, I'm going to be streaming Advent of Code puzzle solving every night that I'm available to. I already can't tomorrow night, but I'll be doing most nights where I can and making up for streams at other times when I can't. I don't know if I have too much to say about this one. Last year we did TCR, test commit revert, for the first few days, or the first week or so. I won't be doing that. So this time I'm just going to be focusing on regular old Ruby on Rails, test-driven development, fundamental object-oriented design stuff. I don't know how much TDD I'll actually do, but I'll be that's my approach. Is I want to kind of play around with the design side of things, do what I'm doing in my regular work, but for these puzzles. I haven't done much of a harness this year. Let's switch over here. It is available. If you go on my GitHub there, Advent of Code 2021 with hyphens. There's not much in this project. There's an RSpec test suite. I wrote like a very simple harness here. So there's a bin solve. All this does is tries to run the current day. So you say like bin solve day one, part 2, or day 1, part 1. That AOC.RB thing does little other than set up Zeitwerk, which is a autoloader for Ruby. It's what Rails uses now. And then it essentially just tries to load a class that matches the day and the part. So in this case, day 1, part 1 is, I already sort of put the class here. And we got specs for it over here. And so bin RSpec runs them. Not too much here. I only got this far. I was planning to do the everything on stream, but I figured I'd set up this simple stuff because it's not super exciting to watch me set up Zeitwerk. It's basically just copying out of the README and stuff. So, but we should be moments from launch here. Typically the site has issues on launch day. Lots of traffic. Not everyone's nice to them. As a sort of side note, if you're going to be doing these problems and you can spare it, go donate to them and help them pay for their servers and stuff that run this thing, because they obviously need it. I mean, they got sponsors and stuff, but all right, they deserve it, I guess is what I should say. All right, day 1, sonar sweep. You're minding your own business on a ship at sea when the overboard alarm goes off. You rush to see if you can help. Apparently, one of the elves tripped and accidentally sent the sleigh keys flying into the ocean. Before you know it, you're inside a submarine that elves keep ready for situations like this. It's covered in Christmas lights, because of course it is, and even has an experimental antenna that should be able to track the keys if you can boost its signal strength high enough. There's a little meter that indicates the antenna's signal strength by displaying 0 to 50 stars. Your instincts tell you that in order to save Christmas, you'll need to get all 50 stars by December 25th. Collect stars by solving puzzles. 2 puzzles will be made available on each day in the Advent calendar. The second puzzle is unlocked when you complete the first. Each puzzle grants 1 star. Good luck. So, it's sort of the standard preamble. Every day there's 2 puzzles to do. As the submarine drops below the surface of the ocean, it automatically performs a sonar sweep of the nearby sea floor. On a small screen, the sonar sweep report, your puzzle input appears. Each line is a measurement of the seafloor depth as the sweep looks further and further away from the submarine. For example, suppose you had the following report. And of course, that's just a bunch of numbers. they're not monotonically increasing or anything. The report indicates that scanning outward from the submarine, the sonar sweep found depths of a bunch of numbers. Yes, of course. The first order of business is to figure out how quickly the depth increases, just so you know what you're dealing with. You never know if the keys will get carried into deeper water by an ocean current or a fish or something. To do this, count the number of times the depth measurement increases from the previous measurement. There is no measurement before the first measurement. In the example above, the changes are as follows. No change in previous measurement. Okay, so we'll get our puzzle input. This is where we get into trouble with the high traffic. Okay, so that's a bunch of numbers. I'm just gonna write test against this, and then we'll add the numbers. So we don't have much here, but I'm gonna say okay, so we've got our test input, and we're going to expect that to equal 7, I think is what they said. Cool. And we can run our tests in RSpec. We'll see that they fail because the wrong number of arguments were given. So we have to give this thing a constructor. And going to, I'm just gonna mix numbers, and we'll just do split map to I here. That's gonna fix at least that error. Now it's returning nil, and we want it to return 7. I'm not gonna bother, like like I said, if I was doing regular, like proper TDD, I'd probably like slime this and then write another test, but I don't have other test inputs, and I'm not interested in putting them together. I'm just going to solve this puzzle. So we're gonna say each consecutive 2, we're gonna count them, and I hope you can do that, and we'll just do A is less than B. That might work. Okay, that works. So then we need to get our test input here. I'm just going to copy that out of there. I haven't decided where I'm putting the data in this project. Maybe I'll just make a data folder. Oh, let me see. I didn't actually copy that. I'm a little I keep making mistakes around copying things because this keyboard is like a normal person keyboard that I'm typing on, and I type on a really, really weird keyboard all day. So the command key relative to C and V is not in the same place as it is on my MacBook keyboard, and it's not in the same place as it is on my weirdo keyboard, so I just type the wrong things all the time on it. Mostly just Command C and Command V. Well, okay, there we go. There we go. Put that in there. Is that really a massive number right at the end? No. How did I get a 3 in there? Don't know. Data/day1.txt, and that doesn't exist. Make that file. And then we'll say input file.read data day1.txt. And then we should be able to solve that one. There's my solution. And not the right answer. Okay, interesting. I'm a little suspect that I did something wrong when I copied the data file. This looks good though. Is it just a copy paste error of some kind? Oh, 14 seconds. All right. So my solution is relatively simple. We just take each pair of numbers in the input and we count the number of times that the first one is less than the second one. Okay, all right, our solution is good. Let's commit it. Our specs pass too, worth noting. Oh, our specs don't pass. Oh, excuse me. All right. Good thing we caught that. Day one, part one. All right. On to day two, part two, or day one, part two. Considering every single measurement isn't as useful as you expected, there's just too much noise in the data. Instead, consider the sums of a three measurement sliding window. Again, considering the following: B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Yeah. Start by comparing the first and second three measurement windows. The measurements in the first window is marked. There's something. The second one is something. The measurements in the second window is larger than the sum of the first, so this first comparison increased. The goal is now to count the number of times the sum of measurements in the sliding window increases from the previous sum. Okay, so we can do. So we can do part two here. Let's see, day one, part two. In fact, let's just inherit from day one, part one here. It's the same input and everything. And then let's start a spec here. We can just take pretty much everything from the existing spec here. Just close that, we don't need any more. But we expect this one to be 5. When we run this, we're gonna get a fail. Cool, day one, initialize constant, day one, part one. Oh, I guess I probably need to do that. Cool. The solution for this is numbers each cons 3. This is just going to be a hideous string of Ruby array methods, but I guess we can map this. It's going to be an array, and we can just sum the. I guess we can just map it through sum. And I should probably read the puzzle. So you map it to the things, and then Yeah, okay. So map it to the sum, and then we take each cons 2, and then we count when A, just a similar thing. A is less than B. That. Cool, that works. Let's see if it solves. Cool. All right, we can probably refactor that though. So each of these end in something. So if we extract that piece, so we maybe call this steps, and in the base case, we'll just do that, and in this case, we just do that. I think that should still, no. Oh, I didn't actually use the method. No, steps. Cool. All right. Cool. I mean, I think that's a fine solution. Not a lot of complexity there. Cool. Well, thanks everyone for coming out. I won't be here tomorrow night to do day 2 because I have other things to do, unfortunately, or fortunately. They're fun things. But I will be back on Thursday for sure to do, hopefully I'll show up a little early, do day 2, and then do day 3 when that comes out. We'll see how the timing works out. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming out. We'll see you next time.